if you are finding that as a law firm owner, you're having a lot of client consults, but those consults are not converting to paid clients, we need to figure out what the issue is and get that fixed immediately. So today we're going to talk about how to improve that whole onboarding process for law firms. If you're a solo or a small law firm, we're going to get into the details of how to do that. I'm Darcel Lobo. I own Dow Law Firm. I've been a solo for about 9 years now. I've been an attorney for going on 16 years now in total. And part of my practice is that I help with coaching and consulting law firm owners on how to open and manage their law firms better in a way that works with how they want to live their life. And so we're going to talk about that whole onboarding process for clients. And what do I mean by that? I mean the time period between when they realize they have a legal issue, right? And they start looking for an attorney who can help them. That time between when they have a consultation with you. So we are talking about that whole time period and what you can do to increase the conversion rate for your consultations. And to me, it all comes down to developing that know, like, and trust factor with the potential client. It comes to developing that relationship with the potential client before I've even had a consultation. Because at this point in my career, by the time I have a consultation with a client, they have already sold themselves. They already know that they want to work with me. They have already decided that I'm their lawyer. Now, during the consult, I have to confirm if I agree with that or not, right? But they have already made that decision. So we want to get you to that point of when, by the time you have a consultation with a client, they already know you are the one that they want to work with. You want to be to where they will drive past 10 other criminal defense firms to come see you because they want you to be their criminal defense attorney. Or they will drive past 10 other family law attorneys because they want to work with you. So how can we do that? And if you're virtual, same thing, right? Out of all the attorneys, I mean, you can type in, I don't know, real estate attorney in the Dallas area, wherever you are, and there's going to be pages and pages and pages on Google. What's going to make that client look past all those other attorneys, all those other law firms, and want to hire you? In my opinion and my experience is that I have figured out how to develop that know, like, and trust factor to establish a relationship with the potential client before they've even had a consultation with me. They have already sold themselves by the time that I have a consultation with them. Okay, so we're going to talk about how. We're going to talk about how you can convert what would be a cold lead, right? Somebody just looking on Google, calling random law firms, that's a cold lead. How are we going to get them to be a hot lead? How are we going to get them to want you specifically? Okay, I do this in a number of ways in my law firm. Not just one method is going to work. You need more than one. So for me, a big part of it is I provide a lot of educational information and resources to potential clients before they've even talked to me. And this is great for me because I'm able to answer a lot of commonly asked questions, a lot of FAQs, and not waste time doing that in the consult, right? They've already gotten questions answered to a lot of their questions. And so if you are able to answer their questions with your blog post that you're doing on a consistent basis, not just once in a blue moon, not just twice a year, if your last blog post on your website's from 3 years ago, we need to work on that, okay? So what resources can you provide that potential client to educate them? When people have a legal issue, a lot of times it feels urgent to them, right? And they would like some answers. They're looking for a little bit of peace of mind, right? So if you can do that, if they have to wait 2 weeks to have a consult with you, but you have provided them with information and education and resources and have answered their questions before the consult, then it's okay that they have to wait 2 weeks, and they will wait 2 weeks because they want you, right? So I do this in a number of ways in my law firm. We do have a blog post on our website that we do twice a month. We have a local community blog that we write, again, twice a month. My website is filled with a lot of resources and information about my different practice areas. Depending on the practice area, I have different guides. They're like between 8 to 10 pages. Like for estate planning, for instance, my estate planning guide, goes through the estate planning process, what to expect. I boil it down to a 5-part process to do estate planning with our firm. I include my fees in that guide so that the client knows what to expect to pay. I have estimates of fees on my website. I waited a number of years before I added that information to my website. I was worried it would scare people away. But I'm not going to be for everybody, and you're not going to be for everybody. I am not the cheapest attorney in town. If somebody is shopping for the cheapest attorney in town, I'm not the right fit, and that's okay, right? I'm also not the most expensive attorney in town. And so they get to see and know going into it that, hey, this is about what it's going to cost me. This is the range. This is the starting price, right? So they know that before they have the consult. So it's not sticker shock to them when I quote them the fee. Now, have I potentially lost some possible clients by having my fees on my website? Probably. I mean, I'm not oblivious to that. I'm not ignorant to that. So yeah, that probably has happened. But also, I have not wasted my time and wasted potential clients' time by having a consultation when I am just not in the potential client's price range, right? And so they can know that before they even contacted my office. They know what to expect as far as a fee quote for them based on what their needs are. And one of the biggest things I've done for my firm that very few attorneys will do, even when I recommend it to them, is create videos like this one. Like I have this one to talk about, all things opening a law firm, managing a law firm. I do the same thing for my law firm. So I talk about estate planning, I talk about real estate, I talk about all kinds of things that are answering those FAQs that clients are having. And aside from just giving them the information, just as you get to see me, you get to hear me, you get to kind of see how I talk, my mannerisms, and they can decide, is that a lawyer that I'd want to work with? For some people, I am not a lawyer that they'd want to work with. I don't fit what they're looking for whatever reason. Great. Why not knock that out of the way without even having the consult, right? There's no need to waste anybody's time. For some clients, they're going to, if they've watched one video, they probably have watched 5, they probably have watched even more than that, and they have gotten to kind of know me through the video and have decided, that's who I want to help me with my estate plan. I resonate with her for whatever the reason may be. I really like her. I trust her, right? So by doing the video, and as uncomfortable as it is, just know that if you decide to do video content for your law firm, it's going to be a great way to fast track you developing that relationship with a potential client, again, before they've even had the consultation with you. So by the time they have the consult with you by phone, over Zoom, or in person, they already know that they want to work with you. So that is the biggest lesson for me in acquiring new clients and increasing the conversion rates in my law firm from consults to paid clients, is that whole onboarding process, that whole relationship development that happens from when they first find you online to when they are having the consultation with you. So if you need help with your law firm's onboarding process, with the intake process, if you're having the consults but you're not landing those paid clients, they're not hiring you, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help. This is, a big part of what I do in my coaching and consulting is helping law firm owners improve their law firms and increase capacity for growth, whatever that looks like for you and your law firm. So reach out, contact info is below, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, have a good one.